It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Kenny Pickett. He got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air. It's the Monarchs and the Caps, under the lights on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us in the shadow of the Eiffel Tower in the fabulous European capital of Paris, France. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Caps of Buenos Aires taking on the Monarchs of Paris.
Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side, the NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" cornerback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. Great beginning there under the bright lights of prime time.
Yeah, it takes you back to high school football on a Friday night, doesn't it? When you feel like every eye in the county is on you. In this case, every eye in prime time is on you.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But you look at this defense.
This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Pickett. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw caught by Olave.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. A check-in on the numbers last week for Robinson.
20 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
And while he may not verbalize it, in his mind, going up against this defense, one of the worst rush defenses in the league, he's thinking 200-plus in this game.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. 2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Their bread and butter is their passing game. After that last play, maybe they need to go back to that passing game.
You know, what's been good for them along the way is they understand their identity. They are a passing team, but they do like to mix in the run every now and then just to keep people off balance. Didn't work very well on that one, but all in all, I like their philosophy.
The kick by Lutz is good, and the opening drive of the game yields 3.
Well, when they began that opening drive, they didn't have the best field position, but they were able to move the ball enough, Charles, to just get in his range to take the 3-0 advantage.
Absolutely, because considering where they began that series, I think they're pretty happy to be sitting at 3-zip right now.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz.
And he'll be out right at the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
The numbers for him from a week ago. A boatload of carries, 93 yards and a score.
And while he may not verbalize it, in his mind, going up against this defense, one of the worst rush defenses in the league, he's thinking 200-plus in this game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Garrett Wilson, the one he was looking for.
But now it'll be 3rd down.
When you look at this defense,
against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will make it 6-0.
So golden field position there is squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They find themselves down here after an interception on their opening drive led to a field goal, but all in all, you'd have to say fortunate to be only down 6.
Yeah, and you know how teams huddle on the sideline before they come out on the field in between series? Guaranteed what's said there is, guess what, guys? We take this ball, move it downfield, put in the end zone, we're right back to even.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Off play action. Pickett.
Pass incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Robinson up the middle.
And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
That one unable to develop, never got going.
Here's Lawrence. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
On play action, Lawrence. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance.
There he goes, right side.
Down to the 10.
And all the way in for the touchdown.
Joe Mixon
with career touchdown number 70.
And the Caps are an extra point away from taking the lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Here's Pickett.
Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Handoff now to Robinson.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Here's Pickett. Here's a screen for Robinson.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Handoff to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Now Pickett.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
And able to pick up the 1st across midfield to the 47. Give him 18 on the play. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. He finds his man, complete. That's Fox. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 4th down. They run for it with Mixon, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon, and as a result, possession switches hands. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Pickett's throw here taken in by Knox.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett.
And his throw here's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Back to throw, Pickett.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
He has a man. It's complete to Wilson.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
In motion right is Pittman. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, this one, he may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Lawrence will throw. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He finds Wilson.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering him, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
To Mixon on the check down. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Yeah, they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, Why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Now Lawrence to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
To the air on first down with Pickett. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Short throw caught by Pitts.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Lawrence.
Dumps it off to Mixon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Here's Lawrence.
Man open. That's Ray McCloud. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
But to throw again is Lawrence.
Over the middle, that's caught by McCloud. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. This goes out wide for Mixon.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And connecting here with Pittman on the out route.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together to watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt.
And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. One final go for this offense here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Jacoby Brissett leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. And lastly, Monday Night Football has a good one lined up between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Lawrence. And he'll find Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Short throw caught by Pitts. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and a yard. Mixing up the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
The toss here completed to Pittman. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Lawrence. He's got his tight end pitch complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Inside handoff to Mixon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Mixon. Oh, good move. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 105 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tershawn Wharton, the one to get him to the ground on the defensive side. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Lawrence will throw. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
The left side caught by Diggs. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Pickett. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
On the give, here's Robinson.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 60 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Pickett back to throw. Finding Knox there, complete.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down. They'll run here with Robinson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
Pickett now from the gun here.
And that is caught, but the bank judge right there to say incomplete. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Pickett back to the air on second down.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation.
Touchdown! Van Jefferson with touchdown number 8 on the air.
And the Monarchs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Back now here on EA Sports, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain there of 21 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
His throw incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Now Lawrence.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down.
Defense.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
And that'll be incomplete.
Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver.
But it's going to be 2nd down.
Lawrence now off the bootleg.
Anytime a ball is thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Pickett to throw on first down. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Now Pickett. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it.
23 yards the pickup there. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
To the air on first down with Pickett.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The ball was tipped and fell incomplete, but it was tipped up in the air, so the guys on defense, they had to feel like that was a big opportunity, and it was missed. They needed a play to help turn things around a little bit. Ball's in the air. Can they rally to it and get it? On that play, they weren't able to. They'll take the ball batted away, but boy, they missed a big chance there.
Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
2nd and 10. It's Pickett again.
He's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Jay Sanders.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Here's Pickett.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he gets the first down.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
Here's Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On third down, Lawrence.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Throw right side, Wilson.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 125 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
And a completion to Wilson. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good. How
about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 54 yards away. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead. And that one an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score, couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within 1 score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
Pickett now on 1st down. This one taken in by Olave.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
He'll get it to the 40. He broke a tackle there, but couldn't get much further.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Oh, what a juke into space.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Again, it's Lawrence. Taking in left side, it's Wilson. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Now Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard. They'll run with Mixon. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Lawrence's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here's first down. Throwing now, Lawrence. Right back to Pitts again. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending? And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he is going to have a first down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, that's